Hi, everyone, and welcome to the special simulcast of the Neil Haley Show and the Love Is Podcast. I'm excited to welcome the host of the Love Is Podcast, Kim Sorrelle. Kim, how are you? And to know you're excited about our guests and to continue to talk about this amazing show.
Yeah, I'm excited about our guest. Thank you, Neil. Brett Varvel and Kristin Wollett, you guys play a married couple on what is now my favorite TV show ever.
Oh, I love it.
I
Yes.
love it. And you both are so skilled and you've done a bunch of things. And Brett, since you were 5 years old, you wanted to act. And Kristin, you're writing, and I can't wait to read what you write. And so you do things beyond acting, and you're both amazing people. And then they took these two amazing people and they put them in this groundbreaking series, right? It's Great American Pureflix first original series, and it's based on medicine, like so many series are, but it's the first one that is Christian. And I love it. I love it. And I love you two together. Welcome to the show, by the way. I'm talking. Can't wait to talk to you guys. But you have such incredible chemistry in the show. I want to hear about that. I want to hear about your chemistry.
Well, it's very forced. I gotta be honest with you. No,
Yeah,
I'm just
we
kidding.
smell so bad. Yeah.
No, we tend to tolerate each other pretty well. No, yeah, it was kind of a cool. Both of us got cast kind of the whole thing kind of came together at the last minute, and so Kristin and I didn't really have a lot of time to get to know each other until our first day on set, which is usually a recipe for a disaster, to be honest with you. And but man, like from the first day, it was just like it made sense, it clicked. But within our first scene, I had her laughing, which is always kind of a good sign of, especially because I play the goofball in the show. So if I can't make the on-screen wife laugh, then we're in big trouble. And so yeah, it really clicked from day one.
Wow. And what do you think when you talk about it, Kristin? Do you agree with Brett on what he was saying about the chemistry?
Oh, absolutely. It's funny. Sometimes you meet people and you just feel like you've known them your whole life, right? There's just an aura about them. There's like, I don't know. That's just how I felt when I met him. We had this, foundation of faith that we both had together, and just so many of these similarities. And I don't know, it just clicked. It was awesome. It's really cool.
Yeah, well, you both do a great job, and yeah, you're kind of a clown, Brett, on the show. It's okay.
Yeah.
That is the greatest compliment you could give me.
You need a little levity, right? I mean, it's
That's
about
right.
paramedics and all these emergencies and things that they're going on, and so you bring that to the show, which is great.
Thank
Because
you.
most of the time I'm crying while I'm watching the show, so it's nice to have a laugh or two. And so I'm curious for you guys. You've done so many different things apart from each other. How is this different than other projects you've worked on?
I'd say one of the most defining things that was the consistent through line throughout this production process was community. There was a really strong sense of togetherness on our set, not just in the cast, but then also in the crew. We all saw that we were a part of something that was new. Especially we didn't know at the time that this was going to be Great American's first original series. We were just making a show we were passionate about. But we all kind of bought into that. Wow, we could be a part of something that's special, even though we didn't know what it was going to become. And I think that really just bonded everybody together, and that was a really special thing to see.
And I think also that one of the differences is it kind of leadership trickles down, right? So we had this fearless, amazing leader in Brian, our director, and who wrote it. And he is just so gracious on set, and he was so amazing, and really fostered the most amazing environment to be able to really trust each other and to trust the director and to have room to explore and to play. And that really made it special.
Yeah.
Wow, it definitely does. And what are your thoughts, Brett, when again, how we're highlighting a certain group of people in the medical field and how they're so undershadowed? We don't talk about how important they are when we talk about EMTs,
Right. Yeah, it was a very enlightening experience for me. I mean, this is our best effort to honor the first responders of our world, because you don't often think about what these people go through when they respond to a call. they quite possibly could be giving someone the best news of their life, or they could be delivering the worst news imaginable.
Oh, totally.
And everything in between. And they have to be ready to handle all of that, not just the medical side, but the emotional side, the spiritual side. And that was something that was so eye-opening to me, and it has given me such an appreciation and a reverence for these people who selflessly put themselves in these situations on a day-to-day basis. It's not just like it happens every once in a while. This is their life. And so we're one of the things that we hope that this show does is inspire people to thank first responders, but then also maybe even if they feel that tug on their heart, to join into that type of a career themselves.
Yeah, that's a great thing, because they're needed
Yeah.
so much. And I love that I'm learning so much about what EMTs do. Like I think you keep it as close to real life as you possibly can with all the things that EMTs go through. And it's a lot. I mean, it's mental and
Yeah.
it's physical, it's emotional. Like there's so much involved, and somehow they have to know it all. Like I'm surprised how much EMTs really need to know. Kristin, what's your take on it? Like, being in the surroundings of that, like, are you learning stuff about EMTs as well? And are you blown away like I am?
Oh, absolutely. They are amazing people. The environment that they have to exist in every day is just like what you said. It is physically exhausting. It's emotionally exhausting. It is so demanding. And so one of the bright spots for me in the shoot was to be able to actually talk to a lot of real EMTs. We had one on set every single day with us, multiple of them that we would talk to not only help with the logistics of the scenes and to make sure that we were doing things correctly, and then also to kind of guide us on what liberties we can take, because it couldn't be exactly the way, that it is.
Gotta have some movie magic in there somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. But not only for that, but to also talk to them about what it really is like. What are those feelings that you have when you're walking up to a scene where you don't know what you're walking into, and how do you wrap up the end of the day with a bow and go home to your wife and kids? Like, what does that look like? Or your husband and your kids? It's just it was very grounding. It was a very emotional experience, but in the most beautiful way possible. I just have so much more respect and awe for what they do.
No, it definitely, I have respect for them for just the experiences of see what they do, but to put it on a show finally, and then the first, again, Christian medical drama, that's got to be huge. And it's exciting that you guys are part of that groundbreaking, many different groundbreaking things for sure. Brett, how did you prepare for your character, Brett? What were some of your things that you did to prepare for your character?
I got back in touch with my immature side, and I loved getting reconnected with a younger version of myself, because much of what my character does throughout the most of the episodes is I'm just supposed to be there to bring the community of the family together and to make people smile is really what my character serves throughout the course of the show. I do get to go out on a call, and you get to see a more serious side of Andy. But so honestly, a lot of the preparation was just reminding myself of the stupid things that I used to do in school, and just to see if someone would laugh.
Wow. So, okay. Yeah. All right. So Kim, I mean, you're the one that's been getting the opportunity to really tune into the season. I've been so swamped, and you've just been blown away, it sounds like, from what you've talked about watching it.
Absolutely. I highly recommend it. I've been putting it on my social media because it is so good, and it's so well done. And Kristin is like Andy's barometer of I don't know, trying to keep you grounded. I guess she's the level-headed one.
She is, for sure.
Yeah, but so compassionate and shows such empathy and such great bedside manner, and just amazing. And so I gotta fly. I'm so sorry.
No. I will get you going. I'll get you out, Kim.
Okay,
all right. That's so go ahead, tune into Great American Pure Flicks, County Rescue. Appreciate it, Brett. Thank you, Kristin. And thank you
guys.
You guys are amazing. Amazing.
Appreciate
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
That was the special simulcast of the Neil Haley Show and Love His Podcast, guys. Take care.